Okay, so welcome back to the home bench, episode 6, I think. Is it 6, JB? Okay,
We'll go with 6.
We'll go with 6. We'll go with 6. And joining me, the podcast's first ever returning guest, Matt Alfaro. Welcome back to the podcast.
It's an honor. It's an honor to be first person to come on twice.
Thank you. And returning to the Panthers.
Yeah, next season.
Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome back. So bringing it back to the episode, obviously that we've just said another one. How did you find the first episode? Was that sort of the first podcast type of thing that you've done, or did you have some experience before that?
I think so. I think first podcast with a friend of mine, probably, yeah. Otherwise interviews, obviously we've done plenty, but that was probably the first experience.
First one you did with a friend, did you say?
A friend, yes.
Oh, wow, that makes me feel great. I think that was our second, was it the second or third? But I remember it was the first one after Bunzi that I did by myself.
Yes.
And I think I remember I was a little bit nervous as well. I was like, oh, can I do it without Bunzi now that I've been doing it, with him this whole time?
Yeah, I felt like you were missing something,
But I don't think that came across. I think we were...
Yeah, we had good banter.
I think it was amazing. Some of the comments said perfect. Mm-hmm. Maybe. I'm sure they were the comments I read. But no, yeah, it's great to have you back. What do you think of our new backdrop since the last time we were in the studio?
It's great. We got new couches too.
I know, we're really moving up. The Spotify deals really helped us out a lot. But obviously it says playoff champions.
So does your hat.
So does my hat. Let's talk about that.
Are we going to get into that now?
Well, we'll get into it because we're moving into the playoffs anyway. But yeah.
So how did that?
I was going to say, I'm assuming I can say, because I'll give him a shout out as well. Guess who had it?
Who?
The DJ.
The DJ.
From the Salt Box. Yeah. Hef Music. Shout out Hef Music for getting me back. I appreciate that. But before, I don't think he stole it or anything like that. That's not what I think happened. I seem to recall, I've seen some videos that we were obviously on stage. We were, I had a bit of a sugar rush. We had,
some longer than others.
Some of us ones took quite a while. Drinking lots of soda. Mm-hmm. And I seem to remember seeing a video of me giving this to my friend, the one, I'll give him a shout, Josh, the guy that came with me. He had it on, and so he was so then it went from him. He then drunkenly is giving it to the DJ guy, being like, "Wear this, yeah, woo!" And then we've all just forgot about it and gone home. But shout out Hef Music, man, thank you.
What a guy!
What a guy! Great,
yeah, that's
great DJ
awesome.
As well. By the way, the music was good that night.
Well, I'm glad you got it back.
Thank you.
It's hanging on a little bit.
I know. I think I need to super glue this bit. And everybody, I think you did sign it, didn't you?
I think I did.
It's gonna be worth thousands now. But back into the playoffs. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about that. Day 1 and 2, we'll do them separately. So day 1, obviously that was the Saturday semi-final against Sheffield. How are you feeling? Because obviously you've never experienced the Final Four before. I don't know if you've been to sort of a playoff weekend. I don't know what the other leagues in the world do, to be honest.
No, I've never had kind of a single elimination all in one city, like everybody's in the same place. I've never experienced that before. So yeah, it was pretty, not gonna lie, I was kind of nervous before. Yeah. And I forget who I was talking to, and I was like, I felt more nervous than the quarterfinal against Guildford. The second game.
You felt more nervous in Guildford?
No, against Sheffield.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean? It's a pretty similar game. It's kind of like do or die or go home.
It's just because it's just the buzzing.
Yeah.
The place was buzzing.
Yeah. It's cool, though. All the different fans.
Yeah, I know. All the mascots. The city.
Yeah.
The city is insane. And I think, do you remember, I don't know which way you came into did you come in through backstage or through the side?
I usually walk around and then go on the side.
Yeah, so me, Logan, Jason, and Big Z We all came. I picked them up. We all came in through the back, and obviously you walk into the backstage, and there was all our fans ahead there, and Sheffield fans were here, and they were just giving it. Like we walk in, and obviously all our fans are like, yeah, because like it shows, And then the Sheffield fans see us, and they're just going boo. Like I was like, oh wow, this is quite intense actually. This is quite insane. And then the actual game. What a game. Which is all I can say. I don't mean to stir too many pots here, but I don't think I could have happened against a better team for me personally. Yeah. Winning in overtime against the Sheffield Steelers, Sophie. Isn't that what dreams are made of?
It's kind of like a perfect story.
Perfect story. Yeah. And Sam scoring it.
Yeah, it's like, of course.
And obviously the celebration was pretty good. Like, I won't bring it up, but it was pretty good.
From everybody. Everybody's getting into it. Sam started it.
Oh my God.
Jason was getting into it.
Just...
Yeah. Jason's off on his own.
Have you seen the video of it? Like, everyone's celebrating. Zooms in and Jason's just...
It's like in the corner by
himself. By himself. Yeah. Oh, that was amazing. But that was a great day. I'm crying.
It's like a Hollywood story.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And then speaking of Hollywood stories, moving into the second game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, Alfie, what was that? What was that game?
I don't really know how to explain that.
You got no words for it, have you?
No. Just the whole, like, not even just the overtime, but the going up early.
Yeah.
And then the game kind of gets a little out of hand, penalties. Then we blow a lead. But then we hang on. And then in overtime, we're buzzing.
And then we win.
Yeah.
And then we don't win. Then we lose. Then we don't lose. Oh, my goodness. Couple of things. Do you not think it was weird being on that bench?
Not our normal bench?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was strange. And the Cardiff fans, their section were right behind us.
Oh my God, when we obviously was celebrated and then it was like no goal, they were giving it.
Oh yeah.
We're getting hammered. Oh my, I turned around and some guys like, hey, put your gloves back on. I'm like, oh.
Oh, we had to go slowly pick up all our gear.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh.
And you can't, it took 5 minutes because I was trying to find my stuff, but then no, that's not mine. No, those aren't my gloves.
See, I didn't quite have that issue. Mine was a bit easier, but chuff me, that was something. And then, obviously, we touched a little bit with the celebration after. The salt box, the balcony.
The balcony was cool. That was, yeah.
See, for some reason, I wasn't sure if we were going to do the box. Obviously, you've heard about it before. Mm-hmm. I don't know, maybe you might not have, but...
Well, Ollie told me about it, how they did the last time they won. They went up on the balcony and did that, so he kind of gave me a warning before. But I didn't know there was going to be that many people.
No, it was... They were packed in there pretty good, and they were loud. That was awesome. So would you think, So obviously, one of the things I want to ask you is your favourite memory from the weekend. I think it's quite hard to pinpoint one.
It is. Balcony, maybe... I mean, even just being in that corner after we won and raising the trophy in front of the fans, and they're all still hanging around.
Mm.
They're hanging around for hours after.
Yeah, I know. I think so. I think I'm with you on that one because I thought it was quite cool to have obviously my family came down the ice. I think your family and partner did or what have you. And I think, obviously, for my dad, he's been a big fan his whole life. He's the reason I was a fan and played. So I thought that was pretty cool. He got to have a picture of the trophy, bless him. Yeah, he's made his new Facebook profile picture. He loves it, one of them ones like that.
But yeah, even my mom and my fiance, they'd never been on the ice or anything like that. So to have them on there and celebrate with them was kind of crazy.
They've never been on the ice before?
Well, after a game.
After a game, yeah.
It's when are you going to...
When do you get?
I've also never really won anything.
So. No, I think that's my. I I won conference. You don't know what conference is, do you?
What's conference?
Oh goodness, it's I'm trying to think of what to compare it to. We have it at junior, so you have it under 11s, 13s, 15s, and 17s, and the country's split up into different areas. You got North, South East, South West, Midlands, Scotland.
Okay, yeah.
And then there's 5 or 6 teams in each, and they send they all nominate players to go to trials, and then a team's picked for each region, and the regions all play each other at a big tournament.
Oh yeah, we have something similar. Yeah.
Like division in the NHL, obviously quite similar. NHL and under 11s.
But you're picking the player, but you're picking the players from each division to represent the division
all-star
kind of
game.
thing?
That's what it.
Kind of be like that.
Yeah, no, I was like under 15s, 17s
you
all-star.
won.
We did in under 7. Got to the final under 15s. Lost that, heartbreaking. Never felt any pain quite like it. And then 17s we win. But I've got to be honest. And this is going to sound really self-deprecating, but I literally made no impact on that tournament. No, because so the first game I played, we won 11-1, and they had 10 shots. So even if I wasn't in the net,
Doesn't matter.
we
It
just
wasn't
still
physically possible.
we just
for them
still
to score,
yeah. And then the second game I played, we lost,
Oh,
and I didn't play in the final.
but you still won.
Still a winner.
Still a chance.
Still got the medal. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Bringing it back to the more recent of the two, a couple of people have asked me this, and I guess I've not really, like, when I've been on my streams, for example, a couple of people have brought it up.
Like your Twitch streams.
My Twitch stream is still kind of going strong.
Nice.
Shout out Luca_Sheldon on Twitch. The in-between the periods, especially in between the first and second overtime period, can you describe, like, obviously I'd say from your perspective, I think you'll have a different perspective on it than me. So I want to know your feelings and how you were feeling in that moment.
I think going from the third period to the first OT, that intermission, that was more like, okay, we still got this. We kind of blew it a little, but like it's still our game.
We're not nervous yet.
Yeah, like it's still our game.
Yeah.
And then between the first and the second, it's, I think, just like pure exhaustion and like adrenaline. And you're like, hey, we know it's not going to be like a pretty goal. It's just, you got to battle.
It's got stuff what in here.
Battle.
Do you like? I've asked some people this throughout the season, like when we've just been chatting or whatever. You still get nervous before games?
Yeah, some of them.
Some of them.
Yeah.
So like for me personally, sitting there watching that, I was a wreck. I felt sick. I was gonna pass out. It was awful. I hated every moment of it. But like in them moments, are you nervous? Like, you know, when you sat there in between periods, are you like, do you have that feeling in your stomach, or is it more you're like, I guess in that one it was probably more just let's just go.
Yeah. I think maybe before the game, it's more so nervous, like nerves. But then after the first period, you're
Just buzzing to be
like
there.
you're in it. Yeah. I think it's a little different when you're not playing. Because even when I was injured before, around like Christmas time, and I was sitting out, I felt more
Nervous watching it. Yeah.
and like kind of sick to my stomach watching. It's like a close game because you can't do anything.
Because you can't
Yeah.
sort of. And I guess when you're kind of playing, you're not really thinking, oh, do I feel nervous? Do I feel this?
It's like not enough time to really think about it.
So yeah. So you'd say just exhaustion and just, we've got to just get this done now.
Yeah.
Like we have to. We have to.
Basically, we've come all this way.
Do you think
We're not losing now? Like
No, that would have been commiserations to Cardiff, man, because that would have been awful.
yeah.
But you know, credit to them, they gave us a good game, man. Like they, like you said, battled back from 3-0 down, a goal each in overtime. It literally couldn't have gone more even, to be honest.
I know.
But then that's our playoff memories. Obviously, we won. We had a great time, and
We did. We had a great couple days.
had a great couple days. And we're gonna hopefully, obviously, Matt Alfaro back next year. Can we do it again? Who knows? But moving on to some stuff from the normal season. Okay, I got a question.
Okay.
Your favorite memory that maybe wasn't on the ice, so you're off ice. It could have been with the boys, could have been hanging out in the city. Did you go on holiday anywhere? Just what did you do? What was your favorite memory off the ice?
I think off the ice, maybe with the guys. I think that one team party we had that we did the golf theme. Yeah, that was a great that was a great day.
Yeah, that was an entertaining.
That was fun. I don't know if that was that like our first like full team. I don't know, but like that was really where I think like Jason had just showed up.
Yeah,
Z was there.
Z
It was
just
kinda
got
like
there.
the team that we are now, like our first like team get together.
Yeah, it was a
That was
proper one.
that was just a great day. I went golfing before the party. Went right from the golf course to the party.
Yeah. Have
It was a great time.
you been golfing yet since?
Since what? Since the end of the year?
Yeah.
No, but we golfed the last couple weeks before the end of the year.
Because I remember
A couple times.
Are you still as good as when I came with you that time? Because let me tell you, so I thought I was like, well, I thought I could play a little bit, and I thought that you guys were going to sort of be around there with me, just kind of hacking and whacking it up there.
Still hacking. Wow.
No, this guy's not. Don't let him play it down. This guy was just gone, and I'm just sat there like, well, I can't keep up with this. What am I meant to do? They didn't go easy on me, put it that way. But no, that was a good day. So we did a couple of games at the party.
Blind Rabbit. Shout out Blind Rabbit.
Shout out Blind Rabbit for sure. What about? I guess I was going to say
travels maybe.
Yeah.
I went to. Where did I go? Oh, a good couple days. I went to Dublin.
Have you seen they might be getting a team
arena or something like that.
Yeah, well, they're getting the arena. I don't know what the situation is with the team and stuff. I'm not really that involved in the league, but
I think it's years away.
Yeah, because they've got to build it still, right?
Yeah, or like even
how long? I don't know.
Moved or
how long would it take to build a 6,000 seat arena? Is allegedly what's going to be?
Well, I don't even know if it's like approved.
Oh,
I
really?
think from like shovels in the ground, it'd be like a couple years.
Oh, so maybe not 2026 then.
No chance.
I don't know where I pulled that. I don't know where I pulled that year from.
No chance.
Oh, that's GTA 6.
Yeah, May 26th.
Is that when
26,
it's? Oh, sorry. Well, I'm going for that. How excited are you for this? GTA 6, man. Can you believe that?
I think you saw the trailer yesterday.
I haven't actually seen it yet, but I've heard. Have you watched it?
Yeah.
What was it? A good trailer? Are we getting
the graphics
excited?
are
Unbelievable.
crazy. Yeah.
How old were you when GTA 5 came out? I know you should never ask a lady her age, but
I was in. I remember playing it when I was in high school and like in junior. So maybe a couple years before that.
Because what was it? 2013. I want to say.
I think maybe 2012.
So I would have been.
How old were you?
I would have been 10 if it came out in 2012.
You couldn't even buy the game.
No, but I do.
You would need your mom to go with you.
Yeah, so I do remember my dad had it and my dad was playing it, and I used to play. He would let me play GTA 4, and then I was like, "Oh, please let me play GTA 5," and he was like, "No, it's like it looks way too realistic."
Oh, really?
And then he was like, "Yeah." So for probably like a year and a bit, he was like, "No, you can't play it." And then I remember I used to play for Sutton at the time. We came and played a game here against Nottingham. Mm-hmm. I played quite well. Got man of the match, no big deal. And as we were driving home, I was like, "Oh, Dad, does this mean now I can play GTA 5?" And then we got home and he let me play it.
That was your
that was my moment, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been hooked ever since.
So you earned it.
I did. I battled for it.
Well done.
But no, she went to Dublin. How was that?
Dublin's great. Tim and I went with his girlfriend Caroline, which was a lot of fun. So I'd probably say Dublin, and then me, Reed, Tim, and Foss went to Edinburgh.
Oh, that was the one where I think my invite got lost in the post, right?
Yeah, I think we sent it.
But
yeah, I don't know if there was like strikes going on with.
Yeah. Did you put a stamp on it?
I don't know. Tim sent it, so
probably not then. No.
Yeah.
No stamp. That's very wrong. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm still. Yeah, I'll expect the invite coming through at some point. But no,
maybe next year.
Would have hated to have gone.
Maybe next season.
Who knows? Maybe next season.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought for a second. Dublin. That was it. Is that the one with the temple bar? Did you go there? Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, it's like a whole area. We didn't go to the actual temple bar. No, we went kind of like more around. We're trying to find some like local pubs.
Okay, Matt Alfaro. School is now in session. Because it says I'm the teacher here, apparently. Why teacher? Is that like star of the week type thing?
What?
It says,
you're
look,
the teacher.
It says I'm a
I'm the
teacher
principal.
and you're the principal. Anyway, Don't need to discuss the semantics of it.
You're teaching the class.
What a great word that was, by the way. We're going to be giving out some awards, some home bench special awards, probably different to the ones you would expect to see at the awards night, for example.
Yeah,
These are maybe a bit sillier.
Yeah.
But so I'm going to bring them forward. I don't know how to do this while holding my microphone. If I do this, because I've got to write at the same time. So I'm going to bring them out, and then we're going to discuss them. So, best bromance. That's really not comfortable. I'm not going to do that. Would you say? I think there's one pretty obvious answer.
I think so. But are we going the obvious ones, or are we?
Or should we try and be funny with it?
We'll just get a little more.
Get more into it.
Yeah.
Maybe one.
So what's the obvious one you're thinking?
I would say Foss and Tim. That's obviously the obvious.
Yeah.
We've had them on the podcast before. Good friends of the show.
But
Great guys.
everyone, all the fans always say that. Let's do
one they might not know.
Maybe, yeah.
And like an unlikely bromance that may be formed.
I think I got one.
You think you start then?
Connie and Spence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be
You're gonna have to talk more because I'm trying to think of.
I think they go to school together, so.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're with each other. They're always talking about
Pair of
school.
nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always talking about what a bunch of losers.
Yeah.
Don't we stay in school, kids? It's not for me. But yeah, and they also I did have to do the group projects together. Do you know? They used to do things like that.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Imagine being in school and you turn around and you see Stoff sat there next to you. What a terrible bounce for whoever that was. I can see that. I was thinking Coop and Logan.
Yeah.
That'd
be a good one.
I remember the first time ever meeting Coop, and we were sat with Logan, and Logan decided to call him Ozechkin. That was the nickname that he tried and wanted to catch on. It didn't.
Yeah, I'd never heard that.
So who do we think? Do we have to pick one each, or can we do one as a team, or what is it?
One together. There's only one piece of paper.
That is very true.
Yeah.
How do we decide this?
Do Logan and Coop.
Okay.
Yeah. That is a good one.
Logan and Ozechkin. Shout out number 7. My handwriting's not.
I don't know if it's bromance or if Logan's like Cooper's third child. But
adopted child. Yeah, we say that. I mean, it was more because they just happened to be sat together. I don't think Coop really had a choice but to speak to him.
Yeah, that's true.
But
it worked out.
Yeah, it did. So our second award of today's show, the biggest yapper.
I mean, it's Connie.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's Stoff.
Oh my God, yeah. I can write that.
It has to be.
That guy could talk about anything and whatever forever. You can hold this one. Stoff, thank you for chewing our ear off all year. No discussion needed, Just straight.
No. And he, like, when he's watching this, when he hears this, he's going to be like, Alfie's going to pick me.
He's gonna be like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I was going to try and do his accent.
I love yapping it up with him, though. So.
Yeah, there's no one who'd rather yap with, eh?
Yeah.
So, best celebration. Sally.
I mean, we already talked about it previously. Hairsy.
Oh my, yes. I gotta wake up here. I need to have some more coffee. Yeah, the wave. I'm gonna say / Jason. I'm gonna say / Jason.
In the background.
So them two together, just with the wave, and just for me personally, right? Obviously, like I said, I've brought this up. I don't bang on about it much, but I do. I was Panthers fan. I've been it my whole life. Obviously, so we've always been the biggest rivals. We're Sheffield, and I'd say to be there, to see that in person, to be able to get on the ice, celebrate with him, and obviously when we were up against the glass, obviously the fans are waving back. Like it's what you want. You want a bit of back and forth. They're waving back. So I'm just
banging on the glass.
It was amazing. I could have cried.
It was.
And then I think you seen on TikTok, I don't know if you saw, I had to get off the ice because I was very nearly sick.
Oh.
I nearly threw up. So obviously, Sam scores.
Just sick with excitement.
Yeah, just going bananas. Like I'm jumping, I'm going. And then we're in the huddle, obviously like, yeah. We break off and I start going, and I was like, oh my God. I had to stand there. I was like, all right, dial it in. And you can see on like the video of like the broadcast thing, I like sit there and I go like this, and then someone else comes and I go, yeah, and then I go, oh my God, I'm gonna be sick. So I had to skate off Sophie's video and I go, Sophie, I'm gonna be sick. Owen's off the bench behind the thing, he's going, yeah, and I'm going, oh, I need a bucket. I didn't, I managed to hold it in, but anyway.
So then maybe put /you as well.
Yeah. We'll go / Luca.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that shows how dedicated I am.
Oh yeah.
I bleed black and gold. Next one.
Yeah.
Most aura. Do you know what aura means? Obviously, being a bit on the older side of our generation.
Yeah, I think I have an idea.
Yeah. Okay. Who would you say had the most aura? Now, I know one person who wants it to be him, and I personally am not going to say him.
Oh
No. But he would say.
Yeah, but
I don't agree with that personally. Aura.
That's kind of a tough one.
I'm up for putting Tets in for that because I think he's just that's a big body. Like if you want to talk about someone who's got the aura of being like, oof,
big rig.
He's walked in big rig.
He's got good hair.
Great hair.
Great hair.
Have you seen the pictures of him when he had no hair?
Yeah, he showed it.
Does he not look like Dobby?
Dobby?
Yeah, you ever seen Harry Potter?
Yeah.
He looks like Dobby.
No, he doesn't
yes,
look
he does.
Dobby,
I'll show you after this. He does with his pointy ears.
A free elf.
Dobby is a free elf. But that's what I want. I want to chuck him in. I think.
Right, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was doing there. Joshua T. Big T.
Congrats,
Big Tets. Congrats, Tets.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
I need to have a word with Tets though. Remind me, producer, after this section. Maybe some of the other Brits. We need to have a conversation.
Oh yeah.
I think I know the answer to this one. Actually, do I? Who do you think's demonstrated the best chirping skills?
We don't have too many like loudmouths on the bench.
I think I'd give a top 4. I can think of 4 who and then that's who I think I'm going to narrow it down. Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's Bunzi, who goes under the radar, but he comes out like he's not like aggressive.
No.
But he says that, and I just can't help but laugh. Like what he says, yes, I laugh and I go, "That was awesome." Tim,
yeah.
Tim loves it. Spence loves it. Spence is probably the one I hear going for it the most. And then you sneak under the radar. I love it, obviously, because where I sit on the bench, it's in between the two benches, especially at home games. So the guys are just skating back, and I can hear it, and I'm just sat there, I'm just giggling. I'm like, good one, Alfie. Yeah, good one, mate. Yeah.
Also under the radar.
Oh, just drooling on my shoes.
Stewie.
Oh,
you probably heard him a few times too.
I've never. Obviously, I guess it's kind of different because obviously when you're in a professional league, it's a lot more intense and what have you. I've never really heard too much about the coaches going at it, but yeah, he sticks up for the guys.
Oh yeah.
It's what you want, but yeah. And obviously he's got quite a distinctive accent, I'd say. So you can like hear the guys going at you, and then back in your stay. Oh, get out the way there! And I'm just like, Stewie. And he's just like, oh. I'm like, oh, it's just great. It's just awesome. So maybe we give this to Stewie.
I might give it to Stewie.
Linton absolutely loves it. What a great. I'm going for our coaching staff.
Yes. That is perfect.
You know what else? Speaking of the staff.
And they'll chirp everyone. They chirp the refs.
Anyone.
The other coaches, the players.
Mitch, anyone that deserves it.
Yeah, Mitch.
I'm going to say / Mitch because I don't know if you guys are here, but I stand next to Mitch for a lot of the game, the whole game. And he's always sending little ones out. Like when the ref skates by or a player.
He's chirping the ref?
Yeah. He'll be chirping about their equipment. I'm like, Mitch, I don't really know if everyone understands that about the equipment. Coaching staff.
Congratulations.
/ Mitchell Bowler.
Well deserved. They stick up for us.
They do. And
you
couldn't ask for much more out of your coaches. Man of the people. Star players awarded to a man. Now, how would we define?
Man of
do
the
we
people?
think man of the people?
Well, I think I got two. I got you. You do a lot of community events, and then I'll say Davis, Bunsey.
The two great hosts of this lovely podcast throughout the season.
It is
Let's just give a.
It is fitting.
We should. Oh,
Who, Davis? I think he's on a flight right now. He's flying back. Here.
gosh darn it!
I don't know.
Maybe at some point in the future, we could see about getting him on as like a special guest, or
Yeah.
who knows? We'll have to see how that goes. But
But yeah, I think him. Like there was.
how are we defining it? Because you could define it as an in the room man of the people, like for the boys.
Which I think you guys both fit that as well. But here's one. I don't think it was the quarterfinal. It might have been the weekend before, and I think we won or something. We're going upstairs, and you know how we go through the elevators, and then all the fans are waiting and like signing autographs before we go eat.
Yeah.
So Davis and I went up at the same time. There was like 3 or 4 of us. We're all there. Davis and I were going to leave together, so we're going to eat together, then walk home together. I think I finished signing autographs and stuff, taking pictures, went and finished my meal, waited for a while. He was still out talking to the fans. I think for like an hour. Yeah, if that's not man of the people.
And I think, you know what? Bunsy's just such a lovely guy.
So, I mean,
isn't
and he can't help himself.
I was just thinking, and I was like, how do I vocalize this? Maybe is the right word. You just gotta love him, haven't you? He's just such. I don't think even when he was like chirping the other team or whatever, he was never mean.
No, I think it's like his voice or like his accent as well. That is like it doesn't. He like can't come.
Oh no!
Can't come off as mean.
No, like he says it, and like I think the guy, like the people who's talked to, were sitting there like, "Oh, that was a good one," but they're never like, "Oh, I hate this guy." He's always like, "Oh, give it a rest, Bunsey." Like that.
Come on.
So I'm thinking, you know what? I'm happy. I was going to be a bit selfish and stuck up my own ways and request it was me, but I can't. I think we're gonna have to give it to Bunsey.
I think so. Yeah.
No. Oh, I've put.
Davis Buns.
I've
Whoa.
I had a moment there, and I put an N instead of a. I had a bit of a brain fog and
Put an M.
M instead of an N. So it's buns, not bums. I do apologise for that, Davis.
Congratulations, Bunsey.
Congratulations, my friend.
Well deserved again. Man, people.
So this one, I'm going to go out on a limb and say is not going to be me. This is the least media friendly.
I think one comes to mind, especially. I think he really set himself apart on awards night.
Does it begin with an R?
An R?
Yeah.
No.
I was going to say Reed.
Oh.
I was going to put Reed. I was going to put Reed forward.
I was thinking awards night. This guy won a bunch of awards, and he may as well have won 0 by the look on his face.
Give us a speech. How did you find your time? Yeah, it's good. I'm glad I won.
Yeah, it's great. Thank you. Okay.
So does it begin with a J?
Yes. And before the awards night, when or not before, but like when we first got seated, and they just had the camera on him. Yeah, but the camera was on him for like a minute straight.
I don't even think he waved anything, did he? He just sat there. He was good.
Yeah. We were saying they were like stand up, give a wave,
and he had that chewing gum in as well, didn't he?
I mean, it was awkward.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They set him up to fail a little bit, but he could have tried. But I would have said Reed because I know that guy used to try and dodge like the questions walking in.
Oh, when like before practice,
he dodged it.
Does he?
Yeah.
Actually, you should answer. You should answer this one.
Sophie?
Yeah, Sophie.
Jamie, sorry. Oh my goodness.
I'd say Reed or Jason, but not because Jason's like he's not trying to be like that.
No.
He's just blunt with his words.
He's very
Being in the
direct.
sweets, he was like, "That's a good sweet."
Yeah. Do you know what? I think even like if you sit and think about the conversations we probably had with him, like
Yeah.
that is just who he is, isn't it? Like he was always a bit just, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
No, that's true.
so.
Okay,
Shall
so
we-
you put Reed in that category too.
Reed and Jason.
I'm gonna put Reed on my side of the paper, and Jason on your side.
Okay.
So we've got Reed and Jason. You can hold this one, friend. Drop my mic, sorry, producer. And then this one is our final one, and it's going to be the best podcast moment. Now, I'm going to select the producer. I'm going to give her a bit more work here, and down below, we're going to have well, actually, you don't even do it. Everyone comment down below what you think your favourite one is, and our producer will collate them, and we'll see if you guys can give us a winner.
Maybe like a little montage of the season.
And that can be like the intro, and like then we can have all these cool lights and like a big crowd in front of us. Maybe we'll see. But obviously, avid listener of the podcast. So you told me just before this you listened to every single one.
Yeah, this morning before.
Just yeah. So you could. I want you to tell what you think the best podcast moment was, Alfie.
Oh boy. There's just so many.
There's just so many. Well,
so many.
I'll try and narrow it down for you.
Give me some
with my producer here. I would say what the mushroom one. The mushroom one was probably created a lot of.
Oh yeah.
Where I said I eat mushrooms whole.
Yeah, which is just.
Which is just a bit. Which I've been told since is a bit crazy, and people have been letting me know. Shout out actually. Someone gave me a yellow mushroom that was my good luck charm. It's in my stall, above my stall.
Oh, that's what.
Someone gave me after a game. And I'll be honest, it was kind of given to me over the glass, and I was a bit like,
what is this?
I was like, oh my goodness, what is this? Like, I have no idea. And then I sat and looked, and I was like, oh my God, it's a yellow mushroom. And that became a thing.
Oh,
also.
Actually, I have. Sorry, one just popped to my head.
That's okay. Go for it. Just interrupt, it's fine.
The one you guys had, you had Foss and Tim on.
Yeah.
And to open the podcast, before even like introducing Tim and Mitch, Bunzi just completely threw Foss under the bus.
Just someone
And said, "Oh, hey, Foss, you don't like anything the fans give you." Like,
Which, by the way,
didn't even introduce who was on the podcast, what we were talking about. No, just right away.
And then I remember, and then Foss was like, "Oh no, I told you that," and we were like. We were speaking about it, and I said, "Don't bring it up on the podcast."
Yeah, I was with them when they said that. And Bunzi said, "Oh, I'm going to bring it up," and Foss is like, "No, don't." First thing he does, immediately.
And Foss was getting spinach since I saw him getting some over the class.
He gave me a bag of spinach because I was over at his apartment. He goes, "Do you want one?" He opens his fridge. There was 6 bags.
Yeah, because obviously he has to buy them for himself anyway, and then all these fans are giving them. That's a good shout.
I just love that it was immediately.
Yeah, so we've got that one. So we've got the spinach, the mushroom. I think Bob's Your Uncle is just the classic.
The original.
Cobb. Obviously, we explained what it was. I explained what I thought it was, and that became. Sorry, I'll rephrase. What it is. It means circle of bread. That's what Cobb stands for. That's why it's called a Cobb.
That's not official though, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You?
This is what I'm saying. Like, people have been debating this and going on about it.
And you're drawing the line, going.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, I spoke to the governing bodies. I've been in board meetings.
Spoke to the king.
I spoke to the king, and it is circle of bread. But that's another one. Confirmed. You heard it here second, so I've already said that. Producer, can you think of any others? They've got them 4. I did say Toronto was my favourite American city that I've been to, which I believe I've been told since is like a national punishment over there.
Well, I mean,
Is that the national? What's capital?
Capital punishment.
That's what I meant, not national. It's a capital crime over there. So I do apologise for that. I do.
Okay.
I did know. Can I just point? I want to tell you as a Canadian.
Yeah.
I did know that it was in Canada. I just stumbled over my words a little bit. And what I was trying to say was not group you guys all together, but say from that, like that part of the world is different to my part of the world. So you know what I'm saying, from that area. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But like in what context? What do you mean? Like,
I mean, like, I meant the North America.
Yeah.
but because it's all like when I think cold and ice hockey and
You think of North America,
yeah,
so you don't think of like Mexico.
what cold and ice hockey.
That's North American.
You're thinking of
Or like Los Angeles.
Yeah, from that region of the earth. Then
Yeah,
is what
yeah,
I'm trying
yeah.
to say. Sorry, I didn't. I made myself a lot worse. Oh my goodness.
No, it's fair though, because I feel like you guys kind of, I mean, playing over in Europe, you guys lump us together, Canadians, Americans.
And I also, sorry, I pointed out, I don't mean you specifically,
direct.
but yeah, it was. I feel like I caught a lot of flack from that from Staff and Bunzi because they were like, oh, it's just Toronto. But like, do you know if you guys were to, let's say, come over to Europe or in this country, for example, if you went to like Liverpool, like to you guys, that's kind of like a getaway and a bit of a trip because you've never been.
Yeah.
But like for us, it's obviously it's right next to where I live. So if you guys were like, we want to go to Liverpool, you'd be like, why?
Why?
Is
Yeah,
why would you
that's
leave
it.
America to come to Liverpool? So it's kind. Would you not think it's? I can kind of. I didn't deserve some of the flack I got because it's kind of like that.
No, I think you did.
Oh, okay.
That'd be like me saying Dublin's my favorite city in England. Right?
Yeah, I get.
Pretty close.
No, or in the UK. If you said Dublin's your favourite city in the UK, that's not allowed. Don't say that.
Well, yeah, but what about England? That'd be
Same thing, really, isn't it? I guess.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I apologise. I tried to talk my way out of it, but
Yeah.
I just dug more of a hole.
Okay.
Can we never invite him back? I was going to say maybe we get him the hat trick, but I don't think I want him to come back, honestly, if that's how we're being. But best podcast.
We'll do like a quiz on Canadian cities.
Should we do a
or something.
geographical quiz? See how we do.
Yeah.
Or sorry, see how I do.
Fill in a map or something.
I didn't take geography at school. Didn't do it.
Neither did I. I don't. Well,
But
like a specific geography class.
see, once again.
Actually, no, I did. I did at university.
Oh well, there we go.
But that
then.
was more-
See, now I'm okay.
That's more like
Now I feel better. I did history.
tectonic plates.
Failed.
You failed history.
Yeah. Not because of my knowledge. I fell asleep in my exam.
But you had the knowledge.
I feel like if you
had
ask
it in there.
if you ask me right now like a historical question, I would be not about American history because that's not what we did.
Okay.
But if you could like a generalized historical question, I feel
What
like
year did William the Conqueror come over?
come over.
Yeah. Did he conquer England?
Well, the Battle of Hastings was 1066, if that's what you're referring
I
to,
was thinking 1066.
and it was
There you go.
Harold Hardara who he fought against, and he died from an arrow through the eye. So on the I was going to say the Bohemian Tapestry, but that's not what it's called. What's the famous tapestry called?
I don't know.
Oh no, I've just drawn on my hat. Jamie, there's a famous. We've got a bit off topic here. I will bring
Yeah,
it back.
we did.
I will rein it back in a second. I promise. There's a famous tapestry to do with the Battle of Hastings. I've seen it in person, and I can't remember what it's called. The Bay. It's like the Bayeux Tapestry. That's it. See,
Okay, yeah.
Mister.
So you know your history.
I can't remember my history teacher's name. He looked like Jack Whitehall though.
Look like who?
Jack Whitehall, the comedian. You don't know who Jack Whitehall is?
No.
I've seen that in person,
yeah.
I think. Or with
Where
replica.
did you see that?
Can't remember. It was at some. Like when I was younger, we used to go to my granddad and grandma, especially, used to take me to all these like, like, I don't know if you guys will have them, but have you been to like a national? You know what the National Trust is? If I say that, yeah. So they used to have cards and they'd pay for my family to have like a National Trust membership, so we could just go to any of them for free.
Yeah.
So we used to just go, just post up random places like 3 hours away and be like, this is such and such's castle.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, sick, yeah. So that was fun. But let's try and get back on topic because we've got some stuff to get through here. Best podcast moment. What should we give it to?
I think this is as you being the host. This is
This is on me?
Yeah.
Okay. Producer, I am going to say the best moment was... I'm going to go Bob's Your Uncle.
yeah.
I think it's a classic and it really...
Didn't those fans do like the light up lights about Bob?
Yeah,
too?
where is
Yeah.
Bob or help us find
Something
Bob
like
or
that,
something
yeah.
like that. I think that just kind of instantly became a classic and it really It cemented Bunzy's legacy as a legend of this
Yes.
show.
Yes, it
obviously.
does. Yes.
And I think it really just set us up for a great podcast
Yeah,
series,
you
man.
just kickstarted it all.
And who would have thought we're
Still
still
going.
here, still doing it? Who would have thought we'd have yapped on this long? Not me, eh? Alfaro, Alfie, Matty.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Playing footsie. Over the summer, obviously. So hockey season's done.
Yeah.
Leave that behind us now. Summer, you got any big plans? What are you doing? What are you doing interesting, not so interesting? Just everything. Any holidays? Talk to me about your summer.
Not so interesting. I'll go back to my gym that I work out at with my buddies and my trainer, which is always good. And then I'm going on a bachelor party, which you guys call stag do.
Stag do.
That's like right when I get home. Golf trip.
Wow.
It'll be fun.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
And that's another one I'm assuming, again, my invite's lost in the post. I mean, I'll let you off slightly.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't,
not my bachelor party.
yeah, like I don't know the guy getting married, so I guess I'll slightly
So
let
like
you off.
I don't invite people to that.
I just think if he wanted to, he would.
Exactly, yeah. It's a long ways for you to go too.
Yeah, it is actually, yeah.
Yeah. And then I have a wedding to go to in Las Vegas in June.
In Vegas?
Yeah.
Do you know what I saw the other day? I saw a TikTok that I never knew this. Did you know Vegas just stops?
What do you mean?
Like, it's just like a big square. Like, you know how...
Oh, that's just desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw...
Basically like a line, and then if you cross that line, it's...
I saw a video of someone flying in and they took a... I was like, that's insane. That looks so like...
It's random city in the desert.
Do you know what it looks like? Have you seen the film with Harry Styles and Florence Pugh in? And it's like they have to move to a city to be scientists. And it's just like an abandoned city in the middle of the desert. It's like that. It's like they're hiding something. But anyway.
So yeah, it should be fun. That's just for a weekend. And then I'll have the Calgary Stampede, which is every summer. You don't know what that is?
Is that like bull running?
Kind of. It's like a rodeo. Then there's chuck wagon races, which I don't know if nobody will know what that is.
Chuck wagon?
Yeah.
No?
Search it up after.
Okay, we'll search it after.
Really fun. It's basically
By the way,
it's like a carnival rodeo.
You know the stampede thing you said? You're not actually running through the streets, are you? Being chased by cows?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not like that. It's
Not
like
that one.
you can search it up after. It's really fun. It's like 10 days in Calgary. The whole city basically shuts
Proper
down.
rootin' tootin' cowboy rodeo.
I get my boots on, cowboy hat.
Can you please send me a picture?
I will.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll make it my lock screen.
Yeah. That's every summer, and then a couple weeks later, we'll be back here. So
Yeah? Wow. Did you say you had a holiday or anything? Oh, you said your bachelor party, actually.
yeah, bachelor party, then Vegas, and then just stuff around town.
Wow,
Nothing crazy.
Like, do you skate often in this? Like, I don't know how to, because obviously over here, like, what are you laughing at?
It's on topic.
It's on topic.
We're talking about the summer skating.
Yeah. We,
Oh, the no eyebrows. Yeah.
oh, sorry. Why did you say, why? What have I done? Is that better?
No brows.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
You've got to respect the style.
I liked it.
Um,
Skating in the summer. Yes, I do skate in the summer.
'Cause
I know it's hard to get
how
ice
often?
here.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. How often would you say?
It's almost the opposite in Calgary. There's like too much
Too
ice.
much.
I could skate
any point, any day.
2 times a day, every day if I wanted to. There's always ice available. But I obviously don't skate that much. Usually a couple times a week in June, July, and then like right before I'll ramp it up a bit.
And then, I'm not excited because I always remember that first one when you go back after not skating in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, goodness. I remember.
Or it's like even if I skate a bunch in the summer and then come back and then have like a first team, like
that
full
first
practice,
preseason
I'm
one.
still,
You're still blowing.
yeah.
It's always
It's not the
brutal, isn't
same. You can't like replicate
it? No.
that at all. So,
Well,
hold on. What are your plans for the summer?
well, I'm not going. I don't have any holidays booked yet, as of the moment, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
I got a job to do over the summer. I'm going to be a bartender.
Where?
Thorsby Hall. If anyone wants a nice little getaway,
Oh, yeah.
it's quite a fancy spa and like getaway retreat thing. They've got like places to stay, like big gardens, all the sauna and like spa retreat getaway things.
But then you're a bartender.
Yeah, open till like 1 a.m, just slinging pints for I don't know, to OAP pensioners.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's because it's a lot of old people that go there. I'll be honest. So I don't know if there'll be many rowdy nights.
You never know.
But I'll have a little waistcoat on,
All right, that'll be fun.
pointy shoes, just slinging Americanos across the thing. So I think that wraps us. That brings us pretty close to the end.
Yeah, I think so.
Apart from very quickly, Alfie didn't want to talk about it, but I'm going to make him anyway. 100 people versus one gorilla. It's a big discourse on the internet at the minute.
Heated debate.
We'll give it a 5-minute max. Maybe. Depends how quick we answer it. What team are you?
I'm gorilla.
You are?
Yeah, I am gorilla.
Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate for 2 seconds, but I'm not sure I necessarily disagree with you. Why?
I just don't think with no weapons or anything, I think the average human, no chance.
But we're not talking about it. Like, we're talking like, imagine I'm there.
That's what I mean.
Like, I'm gonna mess this gorilla up probably.
Really?
No, he's gonna hurt me.
He's gonna flick you.
He's gonna.
It's like, see,
But I
won 99 more.
I've seen some opinions that maybe we could tire it down by like this because they burst out for a while. The way they fight is they go like ape for like, and then they go like, they get tired.
Okay, so you think like,
But I don't know how.
sacrifice the first 50 and then
I think the first maybe 30 to 40. Thank you for being a part of this, but you're not a part of it anymore.
Another issue is, like, say the 100 of them you can't. All 100 you can't attack at the same time.
No.
Right? It's just not. There's not enough room. So then if you're in the back, and you're that last like wave, and you're watching,
Everybody get.
I'm watching you just get thrown around.
Yeah.
Am I running in there being like, I got this? No.
But I guess you've got to just, well, at that point, it's like, you could not, but if you don't try, then he's
never
going to
know.
come get you at some point.
Oh, like I'm trapped in like
Like,
the
yeah.
ring with them.
It's now or never.
Yeah.
And it would just bite you. Like, it would just bite your face off, I think, as well. I wouldn't want to go anywhere near it. I'm not even playing devil's advocate. The gorilla wins 100% of the time, I think. Like, how could we do any physical damage? I think if I punched you as hard as I could,
Yeah.
it would do nothing. It wouldn't really.
Yeah, it would.
Well, I mean, obviously it would, because whatever.
But a gorilla would just.
You would be able to shrug it off and probably hurt me after that punch. What could I'm sorry, you're not hurting a gorilla.
No, I'm definitely
a
not.
gorilla would. Oh, it's not even close. Anyone that says the people, you're wrong.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
And now we're going to sadly bring it to an end. Thank you for joining us today and on this journey. Alfie, thank you for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you
Truly
for
an honor.
Thank you for coming back next year. I'm so excited to spend so much more time with you.
I'm pumped.
There
There will be. I know there's signings we can't announce now,
No, there isn't.
but there is more to come.
There is more to come. Stay tuned.
Tuned.
Bye.
Cheers.
Thank you.